It's fine. Okay. What's up, y'all?
Hi, Facebook family and friends. I'm T. Hatchett, and
Y'all know what's up when I'm rolling up.
we are the Hatchett Chronicles.
Yeah.
Yay! Why do I look like my arm is back? Oh, that's the shirt. Look, I'm not used to these new style shirts.
Okay.
It looked like I ripped that shirt to me.
Okay. Hey, peace, fam. What's good with you?
No, I'm crazy.
What up, Steve?
Hey, Steve. Who's hot? So
it wasn't. Yeah.
You know it is.
Yeah.
You make me hot.
You should have left that on.
Being around you. Make me.
Oh Lord. Freeze up a little bit.
You got me hot.
Oh boy.
Hot tub. Anyway. Love you too.
Yo, love you too, bro. What's good with you, man? Yo.
Steve, did you get a call?
Yo, shout out to the podcast too, man. That's what's up, man. Hey, Ed, put the information in the feed, man, so people could check out the podcast, man. You know what I mean? I apologize, I don't remember the name, but they got a dope podcast, man. It's dope, and people need to know about it. So put the info up there, bro. Okay.
Okay, I'll call you later after the show. You know, her birthday is the day before your birthday. Did y'all talk about that? Anyway, we'll talk about it after the show. I'll tell y'all what's going on with me. So I'm trying to get the date right. I think it is the
KB. I can't see that.
Oh, even KBGBF Road to the Bag on YouTube, Spotify.
Okay.
So you guys go check out his podcast.
KBGBF Road to the Bag on YouTube, Spotify. All right, cool. That's what's up. Yo, Ed, I'm gonna have to call in on it one day.
And I was telling y'all that I was doing the financial class, and we're having a grand opening on Wednesday the 16th. This will be on the website, on our website, and I also will promote it on Wednesday, June the 16th at 6:30. I'm inviting everybody to our grand opening. My sister Val, mine, and my daughters. Grand open for financial. If you need some financial help, come to our grand opening. You know, we're teaching stuff like, you know, how to manage finances, how to save, stuff like that, you know, stuff you need to know. I'm also will be putting it on the website, which that is.
Oh, that's dope.
Untapped Talents Records. Oh, I forgot the www. Untapped Records. As if y'all don't know about the www. But anyway, so there's the website. Go on there.
Eben said the KBGBF stands for Know Better, Grow Better, Know Better, Grow Better Foundation, and we would
love to have you guys.
Oh, no doubt. That's what's up. Y'all, you got to excuse me. I can't see from here. The www.untappedtalentrecords.com is our website. You go on our website and find out everything that we're doing, everything from music to business plans to helping you get your business up to books we're releasing, books that are out, projects that are out, everything. You can find out everything on the website. Ibn said I'm there. I'm sure. What?
I'm sure it is broke.
He said, I'm sure it's broke. I'm his too.
So that's the new venture I'm into, financing. So tune in for that. The grand opening, as I said, is Wednesday, June 16th. But once we have the grand opening, you can always call me up or whatever, and I can help you with your finances, getting your finances in order, because that's something we need.
Yeah, we do.
My book, The Power of God, is still out. Something new, another new adventure that I've been doing for the last 3 weeks. I think this is my 3rd week going on. For those of you who don't know, I am also an ordained minister, and God has placed on my heart for me to minister on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. And I'm on the Hatchett Chronicles in the Hatchett Chronicles studio. Hey, Paige.
Paige, what's up,
my
baby?
daughter, my love.
What's up, baby?
So check me out on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. for a word, for a word from God. And when I tell you guys, this is definitely God doing this. Even down to when I'm studying for my sermons, God take control and lead me and tell me. Sometimes he has me.
Let him use you.
Yeah, sometimes he has me doing sermons that I have not. That's not on the paper, that I have not studied, but he guides me. And so check me out. I also put it on the radio station on Sundays. Like, I do it the same way we do Hatchet Chronicles. Okay, we recording live now on Sundays. You can see a audio replay of the Hatchet Chronicles. You can hear a replay of Hatchet Chronicles on our radio station, Untapped Music Radio, on Sundays at 3. Well, on Sundays mornings at 9, I do a live of my sermons, and then the following Sundays you can hear that sermon on the radio at 9. Oh no, I'm sorry, at 8 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm still working on. God has got me multitasking. So I understand what my husband says about the not being able to finish the book, like talking about, because I find myself multitasking now.
Okay, I'm just saying.
But we still need to make time to get the book finished.
Baby girl. Word, I miss you too.
So we definitely still need to make time to get
to finish from my red book. That book
Page
is
no,
great.
Steve?
Yeah.
We talked about that before, didn't we?
Hello.
Okay, I forgot we talked about that before.
Cuckoo. Cuckoo.
Hey, Eunice. So that's
Eunice,
what I got
man?
going on. Again, I will be inviting you to on June 16th to our grand opening. So look out for that. Please go on the website, because I am trying to remember everything, but my brain is not as young as it's supposed to be. So I'm just letting y'all know that I am trying to keep the website up, so you'll know from the website. What you got going
on? I got one new thing added on to my
list. Your resume.
My list of lists.
Your list.
I got a call from one of my dudes, man, that I rock with. He's been he's actually doing his own thing now, but he used to be a A&R over at Sony. He used to be, what is it? I'm not sure if it's Mass Appeal or it was another label that he was vice president of, but he's doing his own thing now. And he called me because we're going to be in the process of releasing music digitally overseas, because they have a humongous market for old school hip hop. I don't want to say old school. I say golden era hip hop. So like a lot of my records that I released in like 96, 97, breakbeat albums I released, singles re-released and stuff like that. It's a call for all of that music. And I was hit a few times from a brother in Japan and about 3 or 4 cats from the UK to buy music from me of my group that I used to have. So make a long story short and keep, for the long wind and all of that, he just hit me up, and I'm getting ready to link up with him and do this a digital deal with a label overseas for a lot of golden era content. Plus, it's hip hop stuff that I'm doing now too. But this is a huge thing for me, man, because I have the masters to all of the music we did back in the day, and instead of it just sitting, now I could do something with it and potentially get a nice piece of change from my music, and my group members could get some bread too. So I think it's a great deal. I'll keep y'all more up on it as progress goes on. But I just received the phone. I was very excited about the phone call the other day. God is just blessing. That's all I can say. I'm just thankful, and God gets the glory to everything, because I'm always getting a call to do something. I'm still working on an audio book.
What?
Do you mind?
I'm
whatever.
You know what? I'm
music. If I did, I could make my own.
You just don't want me to sing.
Right.
That's not nice.
Hey, listen. Leela's frog skin. But anyway. Hey!
Hi, Eleanor.
But
Devils, the edibles.
The edibles.
The edibles.
So anyway, man, that's what I got going on. That's new. Other than that, man, I still got the projects I'm working on. I got a single that's coming out with one of my guys. That's gonna be crazy. We working, man. I'm just working. I'm working on a bunch of stuff, man. And I just give the glory to God that He keep me busy and able to just do what I can do.
One day we're gonna do role play.
No. We're not doing none of that. So anyway, y'all.
Okay, the topic. Are we ready for the topic?
Go ahead.
Okay, the topic was inspired by a cousin, and because he's not on, I'm not going to say his name. He wanted to join in this topic because you guys, we love you guys, and we get a lot of calls from people who watch the Hatchett Chronicles or know of the Hatchett Chronicles asking for relationship advice. And so through that, God has blessed us enough that we can talk about it and discuss, because somebody else might be going through the same thing. And so that being said, the topic for today is, are you in a need or want relationship? And let me explain to you what that means, what I meant by that. Because the thing that our cousin was going through is that it seems, now we're just only going by what, he's telling us. Sometimes stories can be one-sided, and we don't know the other side. So that's another reason for not saying names. But that it seems that he is in a need relationship. And what I see as a need relationship is that some people get into relationships for a need, like a need for sex, so they're in a relationship, or a need for because everybody's society tells them that they must have a man. That's a need, so they just get a man because that somebody told them they got to have a man, or they don't want to be alone, so they get into a relationship just so they won't be alone. Or you can be in a want relationship, for instance. And I get ragged. I get ragged about this a lot when I say this, but I don't need my husband. I really don't need him. I knew you was gonna make a face when I said that.
Well, 2 pops and a hump off too.
I don't need him, but I want him. I want him a whole lot. Many times.
Well, you know. What can I say?
Really? But I don't need him, you know, and that makes us work.
Wait, nah. You need me.
No, I don't need you. Sorry.
A word?
No, I don't need you. But I want you.
No,
I want you a lot, many times.
No. Lighten up on that, homie. You don't need me.
I don't need you, but I want you many times.
I don't need you either.
That's good because that works. I don't want you to need me because out of need, here's how I see it. And when you have a need,
you lied to me.
I did?
Yeah.
Did I tell you? Suck it up. You'll be all right.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jesus.
When you have a need, you're just in it for that need. You're not really looking at the person or even paying attention to the person. You're in it for your need, whatever your need is.
To satisfy your need.
To satisfy your need. If you're in it because you don't want to be alone, you don't really care about what that person is feeling. You just want that person to fill that void of not wanting to be alone.
And as long, I'm sorry for cutting you off, as long as your need is being satisfied, then everything else is kind of
secondary.
Basically.
Secondary.
Treated kind of coy, like.
Yeah, you're not as but if you want something, then you're gonna work hard at what you want.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And to keep it.
And to keep it. Want it and to keep it.
That's a fact.
And so that's where the question was posed to, are you in a need or a want relationship? Or let's even take it a step further. Are you looking for something that you want? Or are you looking for something that you need? Most people ask the question of, why can't I find somebody? Why I'm not with somebody? Are you trying to get with somebody out of a need, or do you really want somebody? Are you at a stage in your life where you're ready to deal with somebody on a want basis and not on a need? Because a need also can be overbearing to the other person.
Yes, it can. It could be clingy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It could be overbearing as far as wanting to know every move you make.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I guess that would come along with clingy, right? No, not
necessarily. No, not necessarily, because you can be
clingy and not be overbearing with wanting to know everything. Mm-hmm. But you gotta, it's a slippery slope. So let's go back and get some comments.
Okay.
Steve said edible. Wait a minute.
I'm trying to make of that. Okay.
Go back. Okay. So Ibn said, I'm happy for you, bro. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. And I'm happy for y'all too, man. I'm proud of y'all too, man. Keep working. Steve said edibles. Eleanor said
Steve always thinking about these edibles.
Haas McMillan, my guy. Peace, brother. I appreciate you, man. Eleanor said sex and
companionship both are needed. Well, yeah and no. You can need something, but be perfectly okay if you don't get it.
I think sex is a want. I don't think sex is a need.
You know what? That's a good question. That might be a whole nother topic.
I don't think sex is a need.
Want or a need?
I don't think it's a need. That's my opinion.
Can it be a want?
It's definitely a want.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be a need.
At all. Look.
So then it could be a want. So you could say you don't think sex is a...
I don't think it's a need. I think it's a want. Not because Eleanor said...
sex and companionship are needed.
Are needed. Companionship, that could be needed. Depending on what you're looking for or what type of person you are, companionship may be needed. But I think it's all just a want to me.
Steve said, what's wrong with needing and wanting?
Nothing.
Yeah and no. Okay, here's my opinion on needing and wanting.
As long as it's
out of
loneliness.
As long as it's not out of loneliness.
Hey, Gloria, what's happening?
Hey, Gloria.
Hey,
James, wow.
What's good, bro?
This is a good topic for you because this runs in your book. What's up, Crunch? James Rodman says sex is a want and need.
I kind of disagree with that, Crunch. I feel you. It's a want more than a need. Because, I mean, if you need sex, that's different. How do you need sex?
What's that thing of sex up? Or something with your need.
I mean, when you start to get into,
if you need sex, if this becomes a need, okay, let's say I'm with you and I need sex, okay, from you. Let's say something happened to you and you can't give me sex. Then what?
The relationship is out the window.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about when the need comes in. So Steve asked the question, what's wrong with needing and wanting? The problem with that is it's okay as long as your need don't override your want. Because when you're in a relationship out of need, then all that you're focused on, and this is just my opinion, is the need. So you're not really, a need has to be satisfied.
Ella said,
I need it and I want it, period. A need has to be satisfied. So it's like a need for a drug or a need for a drink. That's going to trump anything else. And so...
And I think if you, just my personal opinion, if you concentrate more on the need, I think everything else is going to kind of get, like you say, become second nature, become secondhand. You know what I mean?
I think you can be more settled in a relationship if you don't have that constant need of something. I don't need my husband, so I am completely happy because my want makes me I want him. Right. You know, it's not like if something happened, I say to my husband all the time that, what's that thing I said to you, that I will follow his body to the grave and his spirit to eternity. And he gets upset at me and he's like, don't say that. He doesn't like that. But I'm not saying that, I can't live without him. What I'm saying is that I don't want to live without him. I don't know how I would handle if something happened to him because he's intricate in my life. He's very important in my life. And so, I don't want to be without him. I don't want to be without him. But it's not like it's not like if he walked out today or tomorrow, then I'm going to commit suicide or if that's the end of my life, I can't breathe without him because and this is again just us. For me, I was breathing before he came into my life.
That's a fact.
Now he improved on my life, and we talked about this. As we said, we communicated. We talked about everything. I didn't want anybody who wasn't going to improve upon my life because I was fine the way I was.
Right.
So, but because he came into my life and he added to my life, I would say that. He added to my life. That was an extra. That was a benefit. That was appreciative by the gift of God. He added to my life. But so that my want, it was like, wow, you satisfy that want. Okay, that's fine. But it's not like a need. So I need you to be here. I don't want to be lonely. So I need you in my life. I need a man. It is not.
I think that's a want.
What? Need a man?
Mm-hmm.
No.
You don't need another man. This is just my personal opinion, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but I don't need you to live. You don't need me to live.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need me to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need you to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I want you in my life because you add to my life.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But today and tomorrow, God forbid, something happened to either one of us. Right? I could still, it'll be hard to go on.
But I would be able to go on.
I would be able to go on because God is the head of my life, first and foremost, right? I need him.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he say stop breathing, it's over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But see, that's what I'm just saying. Some women and some men actually think they need, like women, because there's a stigma, especially with women, that a woman, if they don't have a man by a certain age, people looking at them crosses. You know, they need a man. They need a man. It's not necessary that they do, but they have, society has put that stigma to make them think that they need a man.
Right.
And there are a lot of women who are brainwashed to that and follow that.
Men do the same thing.
Yeah, men and women.
All right, so
wait, everybody. Steve, Eunice says, does needing sex equal addiction? It doesn't have to, but sometimes it does.
If it's an addiction, then that's a different story. If it's an addiction, then you need whatever you need to take care of that addiction, I would say.
I think that when it comes to you can't do without it, that's when it becomes addiction. You can need sex and not if you know how to control it. I mean, I don't know. That's a good question.
Can sex be an addiction?
Yes, it can. It can definitely, most definitely can.
So if it's an addiction, then you would need in order to satisfy.
So it would be wanting sex, not needing.
You would need it to satisfy your addiction. That's just like if you were a heroin user. You need dope to get up in the morning. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but her question is, does needing sex equal addiction? No, if you need sex, does that mean that you're addicted? Or does it make you addicted? Or will it become that because you need it? I feel like that's that depends on how you get out of control with it or not.
Right. Okay, so James.
Oh my God, wait, baby. Okay, y'all, wait. Because y'all look good on y'all asking some questions.
Wait, Steve said,
Eleanor, you have a valley, of course you need it. Okay, so that's not our business.
That was different.
That's not our business.
James
said it's needing for a connection between two people and wanting, because it's what makes us know our significant other is for us.
I agree with that. I
don't know about that because I didn't know you were for me until I prayed about it, and God told me that we were. It wasn't like.
The reason why I say I can agree with that is because once we were together, I knew what was good for me from you. You know what I'm saying?
That's not the opposite.
I knew that you were good for me as far as being attentive to not mind. You know, you didn't mind cooking for me. You didn't mind, taking care of my clothes and stuff like that. Not that I couldn't, because I did it all my life for myself anyway. You understand what I'm saying? But I knew that you were good for me in that way. Even when I would try to do it myself, you would be like, no, leave that. I got it. You know what I mean? That's a personal thing for me.
So that's a what?
I knew it was good for me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It took care of what was good for me. As far as, my disability, how you take care of that for me. You understand what I'm saying? I know that that's good for me. You understand? Mm-hmm. So these are the things that I found out once we were together.
Once we was together, that.
You understand what I'm saying? That and it was good for me. You know what I mean? Aside of what anybody else thinks or says, I know in my marriage with you what is good for me.
Okay, Steve asked me a question. If he walked out on you, you wouldn't have a need for his companionship?
Good question.
No, I would have a want for his companionship. See, here's the thing. My husband and I talked before we got married. You guys know that. And we asked every kind of question there was, like questions that might sound ridiculous. Like, if God told me I married you, let's say I married you yesterday, and today I wake up and say, God told me to walk. I'm going to walk because that's what God told me. How would you deal with that? And so when we ask question like that, of course, that started a communication and started us thinking. Neither my husband nor I was in a position of, we're lonely. We want somebody. We needed somebody in our life. For me, I didn't even want to. My girlfriend said she kept praying for me to find a husband. I didn't want to get married again. I felt like, okay, I'm not going to find anybody that's gonna fulfill me completely, and I'd rather be myself than if I can't be satisfied totally the way I want it, or be in a relationship the way I want it, then I don't want no relationship. And I had accepted the fact that I was not gonna get married again, and I was good with that. And
me the same.
And he the same. So it wasn't like we were looking for somebody because we felt like we needed somebody in our life. It just so happened that God spoke with us and prepared us for one another, where this person, I'm placing this person in your life as a gift, and vice versa.
And it was just, it's just crazy, because I would have never thought in a million years that Terry would be my wife. I never would have thought in a million years. We had such a great relationship. We joked and laughed and talked about everything. We went out, we chilled. You know what I mean? She would call me to work on her artist projects and stuff like that. We just had a great relationship. She was a great friend of mine. And, I had feelings. I had feelings for a long time, but I suppressed them because I didn't want them to mess up our friendship, so to speak. But at the same time,
I just wanted the sex. I was thinking about the sex.
That's her, right?
But then again, I didn't think he was interested in me. So once I realized that, or once I thought that he wasn't interested in me, it was like, okay, whatever. He's not interested on that level. He just wants to be my friend. Or I'm not gonna say it because he gonna say but that's what I thought. So us getting together, it wasn't out of a need. It wasn't like, oh, I need somebody in my life, or I need to have you. It was like, okay, God has seen fit to put us together. Okay, right. Let's see where this goes.
Okay, so let's go back, because it's a bunch of.
Okay, so Eunice says, singing, I just want to be loved and needed.
No. Steve had one before.
If you walk out, no, that was a question. Eleanor says, society needs to stay out of my business. I don't owe society. Exactly. And you're right, Eleanor, but a lot of people get sucked into society because a lot of people are society says people. Most of our Hatchett Chronicle family is not society says people.
Okay, Eunice White, that's me. That's what Eleanor said. Eunice White, that's me.
Okay, Eleanor Krause said men needed to taken care of in more ways than one. Men needs to be taken care of in more ways than. You know what though? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna say this quick, and then I'm going off because y'all feeds are going wild in here. But my husband was disabled, but my husband could take care of himself. The things that I did for him, it was kind of a fight to do for him because he was used to doing it for himself. And it was like, oh, I'm doing, and I was like, well, I'm your helpmate. I'm married to you. These are things that I'm supposed to be helping you with. So, let me help you. Let me do these things because this is what I'm supposed to be doing,
Right, but I'm so used to taking care of myself and doing it myself that it was kind of hard for me to let go and let you do it. And then even in the beginning, sometimes when you would like say you was putting my straps on my legs, right? Mm-hmm. I would say, no, you gotta.
Yeah, he would try to
like, nah, not like that. You gotta make sure that this goes on that side and not yelling.
But
you know what I mean?
Because he wasn't
very hard.
For the first year, I restricted my husband from going into the kitchen. It was really funny, but I would not let my husband go into the kitchen. He used to sneak in the kitchen at night and try to peek in the refrigerator, and I would wake up and go, "You've been in that refrigerator, haven't you?"
And I'm looking like a pig for the headlights.
Huh? Because I was trying to be that helpmate, be that wife that I felt like I should be. And it was cute because he never required me to do it, or he, didn't even expect me to do it. But I was trying to be what I thought a wife should be, or my definition of the wife. So in order to do that, I had to kind of like keep him from doing, like, you do not go in the kitchen. You're not allowed in the kitchen.
And I'm like,
don't touch anything in the kitchen.
Now, and I want water or something like that, I would get up and go in the kitchen and get it myself. And she rolled over and seen that I wasn't in the bed. On my way back into the bedroom, as soon as I cut the corner, she's sitting up on the bed looking at me like, "You was in the kitchen?" Like, no, I left this on the table early. I had to go in there.
And also, my husband, he, for those, not to get too much into his business, but he's in all chronic pain most of the time, which means he's up most of the nights in pain. And so he would never wake me up, and he would he's in this crippling pain trying to get up and get some water or something. And it's like, why didn't you just wake me up and tell, well, you were sleeping, you look tired, I didn't want to wake you up. I'm your wife now. You have a wife now. And it's just not about me anymore. It's about us. And so if I'm your helpmate, then you need to wake me up and let me know. So we had some things to work out with that wanting, or that, because we both was independent and not used to having
someone doing things.
Yeah, having that person not out of a need, or not out of for show, but just a genuine love.
Right, and wanting to do it yourself.
Exactly.
So, okay.
So we done got way.
Okay. That's it. Go down.
Guys, he said, Eunice wife, that's me. Men need. James said, men need to release sexually. Yeah. Ever seen a dog humping a leg? Same. Okay.
Same scenario. Facts. That's a fact.
Steve said, I gotta go, guys. I have a section at 9:30. Okay, I'll call you later.
All right, Steve.
Have a good night.
Love
Eleanor said, nice, Steve. Eleanor. Y'all all have a want and need for each other. I don't have a need for my husband. I have a want for my husband. I don't need my husband. That sounds terrible for some people. I've gotten ragged for saying that, but I really don't need my husband.
I don't see why you would get ragged for saying that. It's the truth.
Because people feel like you're supposed to need somebody.
No.
And I don't need my husband. I want my husband very much. I love my husband. You know what happens? But I don't need him.
When you come, the thing is when you come to the realization that you know what you know, right? I know I need God. That's the only thing I need.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else in my life is a want. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because God puts breath in my body. He wakes me up every morning. You understand what I'm saying? Anything else to me, and this is just my opinion, y'all. This is my opinion, and this is where I'm coming from. I love my wife with everything in me, but I don't need her. I don't need my wife, just like she don't need me. And I understand that totally, that she doesn't need me. So it's not like it's a thing where it hurts my feelings, like, oh, you don't need me. Word, like it's like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I'm good with that because I know where we are with that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Steve said good night. Eleanor, cool, okay.
Eleanor said, I don't understand that, Terry. Okay, so
if Frank is your God, even what?
If Frank is your God, give him a gift. You need that. Amen. No,
Amen.
No. I need God. I don't need him. I want him, and I'm thankful for my God-given gift from God. But I don't need him. The reason why I'm saying that I don't need him is because, like I said, if he was to walk out, I breathed before my husband, so I'll breathe after my husband. I abided by God's gift. He gave me a gift. I'm appreciative. I'm doing the things that I'm supposed to do to show my appreciation of the gift, However, he also has a part in it. If he chose that, okay, I don't want to be with you no more, it would hurt, because I want to be with him. But I would go on. It's not like I need, if something happened to him, then that's the end of me. Unless I choose to take that path, it's not.
I see what James coming from.
Okay, explain it to me.
First Eleanor said,
I have God in my life. Everyone else I need and want.
I understand that too, but and then Crunch said,
if God gave you Frank, it's because he knew you needed him. Okay, I understand what you're saying. God made a man to, let me explain what I think. Let me explain that. Okay, let me put it this way to you. Okay, so this is what I feel about God. God uses things to help you get close to him, not necessarily the person. I feel like I had this thing with men at one point in my life. And so God used the man to bring me closer to him, not to the man, but to him. Just like, let's say if your thing is music, God might put gospel music in your life so to bring you closer to him. Okay, so God didn't make him because he knew I needed him per se. He made him for me because he wanted me to be closer to him, God, if that makes sense. Yeah. It's not about Frank's need. It's never, when it comes to God, it's never about us. It's about him. So it wasn't my need that God was trying to fulfill. He was trying to bring me closer to the Almighty. He wanted me to recognize and praise him.
Okay, and right, and I understand that. I understand what they're saying too. And then what I'm saying is this: I need air to breathe. I don't need a hug.
You need air to breathe. You don't need a what?
Hug.
Okay. So break that down. Yeah, I do, but break that down.
I need air to breathe. If I don't breathe, I'm out of here.
No. Eleanor.
Right? If I don't have air, I'm out of here. Right? But if I don't never get a hug from today on, I'm still gonna live. I don't need a hug. I want hugs. I want kisses. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a hug in order to live. That's just, my critical way of adding.
Okay, so Eleanor, I wish Mom was on. So Eleanor said God created Eve. No, he did not. God separated Adam to show Adam about himself and let him know that he wasn't alone. Adam and Eve Adam always had Eve. But Adam was in charge of naming the animal. Adam had great powers. And so God granted Adam great powers. And so Adam looked around and saw everybody had a companion except him because Adam didn't know himself. And so because Adam didn't know himself, the reason why God separated and showed him, look, you have a pet companion, is to show Adam, to teach Adam about himself. Eve was with him all along.
He made Eve from his rib.
Yeah, Eve was with him all along. The concept behind that is rib in Hebrew. In Hebrew, rib is womb. Okay, so Adam walked around. Think about this, and this is deep. I heard this from another pastor, but it makes total sense. Adam could have orgasm by himself. He walked around and could have orgasms also by himself. To put it in layman's terms, he didn't need Eve. He did not need Eve because he already had Eve. Eve was already a part of him. God just separated him so that he could see the visual of Eve. But he didn't need her. She was already there with him. And so God separated him to show him, hey, your companion is already here. So you need a visual of your companion. Well, here it is.
And then she went on and just...
And look what happened. Yeah.
She
just went all willing. Oh, I'm out here. I'm going to be by myself. I don't need you. No. That's
willy-nilly about it.
Eleanor, was Eve not created from Adam's rib?
Yes.
She was. She was, but not out of a need. It was so that Adam could see that he was not by himself.
Right.
That he was already had Eve. He already had his companion. He thought that he was by himself. He didn't know himself.
Right.
But God didn't
it wasn't for him to
separate him to give him something out of a need, because it's never about our needs when it comes to God. See, that's thinking, for me, that's thinking in the flesh. It's never about us. It's always about God. And we sometimes get so, that's why we sometimes get so, what's the word I'm looking for? So out of whack, because it's like, well, this is this, and why can't I be? And that's a fleshy feeling. Most of the time, it's not even about us. Some things ain't even our business. My mother-in-law is good for saying that. It ain't your business. God will tell us to do something, and we like, well, why I got to? It's not your business. It's never about us.
Okay.
And we get personal. We get too personal with things when it comes to God.
Eunice said, do men want sex or need sex, or both? Do men want sex? I think men want sex. I don't think men need sex. And if, brothers out there, if they say they need it, then you have to define what a need is as opposed to what a want is. I don't need sex with my wife. I don't need it. I want it, but I don't need it. I don't need to have sex with my wife. I'm happy if, I could go months without it because I'm happy in who I am and I'm happy with her. I mean, I ain't gonna say months. I ain't even gonna try to lie like that. But I'm just saying.
I want it, and I want it when I want it.
Right, but I'm just saying, I don't. Just my personal feeling right now, and I'm just speaking for me. I'm not saying every man, because every man is different. But me, myself, I don't need sex with my wife like that. I don't. I want to make love to my wife when I'm want to make love to her, but it's not like if I don't make love to my wife, things are gonna change, or I'm gonna be grumpy, or she gonna be tripping, or what? Like, nah.
And I think you should be careful when you talk about needing something, because again, I say if men need sex, and then they get married to you, and they say, "Well, I need sex. I can't go without sex." And let's say something happened and you can't give him sex, then what then?
Then he's going outside to get it because he feels like he needs it.
There are women that actually are in a health situation and allow their man to cheat on them because they feel like he needs sex. So since I can't give it to him, I will allow him to go out. And that is the craziest thing to me. Okay, because
so let's go to
why?
I'm sorry. Eleanor says,
okay, well,
at first, no, we read all of those.
Okay. What was Eve not created from Adam's? Okay, we read that. Okay, at first Adam didn't have Eve in the physical sense, and that's what he needed. Adam didn't know himself, and whether he thought he needed something, what he thought he needed, and what God knew was good for him was two different things. And God don't always do what you need him to do, what you think you need. God gives you what he feels like you need. Okay, so your need and God need is totally two different things. That's why I said God is not about you. Okay. And so even though Adam might felt like he needed Eve, God knew better. God knew what he was doing. We don't always know what we're doing.
We don't know what God's doing.
Exactly.
I thought God said he gave Adam because he needed a helpmate.
The word needed was not in there. The Bible says that women are helpmates to men.
She said, I meant to say God gave Eve to Adam as a helpmate.
He did. He gave Adam as a helpmate, because it says, well, what it says in the Bible is that God give man a wife. A wife is as a helpmate.
Mm-hmm.
Eve, it clearly states in the Bible about Eve was taken from Adam's rib. Again, rib in Hebrew is womb. The curve meaning womb. And so what that is saying in layman's term is that he made two of Adam. He split Adam apart, male, female, so that Adam could see that he was not alone.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm gonna do a sermon on that.
Okay, so Eleanor said, Eunice White. I know what you were saying. Yeah, I did too once I looked at it right. Okay, so with that being said, getting away from the biblical content.
In today's world, we have our wants and needs. We do,
right?
We do, and I don't feel. Let me explain the story.
I wanted to address that to get away from the biblical.
Okay, go ahead.
Eleanor, you're right. We do have wants and needs, but I think we need to differentiate between what a want is and what a need is. I think that once we differentiate between the two, then I think that things would be different. Please don't for 1 second think that I'm telling you what your wants or needs are, because your wants and needs for you are totally different from mine, totally different from Eunice, Steve, Terry, James, whoever. Your wants and needs are completely different from mine. I'm just saying, for each person, we need to define our wants and needs, because I feel like I need air. I don't need a hug. I need for my bloodstream to run the way that God designed my bloodstream to run. I don't need to slap high five in order to stay alive. I don't need my wife in order to stay alive and to breathe. I don't need my wife to cook me dinner, or I'm gonna, die of starvation. I don't need that. I want her to cook because I love her cooking. But if she don't ever cook for me from today until, I'm still going to be alive. I'm still going to breathe. I'm still going to do the things that I do. I may be, on my nourishment tip, I may be crazy, but I just feel like,
Eleanor said, "Frank, you want me to come visit for a month, but you don't need me."
Right. No, Eleanor, you welcome anytime, baby. You what.
He want my oatmeal, but he don't need it.
And I don't need a month of you. I said a week.
Actually, he need my oatmeal. He don't want it, but he need my oatmeal. Let me just saying names or anything like that. So there's a couple, and when they first got together, they were together all the time. They had date nights. They had this. They had that. Then after a while, she got a job, and she met people at the job, and she wanted to hang out with the people at the job and go out with the girls at the job, and date night kind of similar. And she still wanted the guy around, but she didn't want. She didn't have time for him. She wanted him to be there, but she wanted to go out and be with other people. Eleanor said, "Terry, that's debatable."
Yes, it is.
She wanted to go out and be with her girlfriend. She just wanted him to sit there almost like a statue and just be there when she wanted him there, and for her convenience. So what I told the guy was, it sounded like she needed him and not wanted him. Like she needed him because she wanted to she needed a guy a man in her life, and she thinks he looked good, so she wanted him around. But then she wanted other things too. She wanted to go party. She wanted to go hang with these new girls. So when I was telling him about the need and the want, he was like, "Oh yeah, you know what? I think that's what it is, and that's what I want." And it's, for me, a thin line. Okay, like I said, I want my husband. So because I want my husband, the first priority are things that satisfies my husband, like taking care of him, making sure he eats and stuff like that. Now, if my need was I just need a man around, then I wouldn't worry about what his wants was or taking care of him. I would worry about what I had to do just to keep my need.
Yeah, because your need is satisfied.
Yeah, I
being there.
Exactly. So and if I need a man, it doesn't necessarily have to be him, as long as I had that man in my life.
Right. Facts.
It just happened to be him. But a want is I want him. So my priorities are making sure that I keep my wants. If that makes sense and that doesn't sound confusing. But that's the thin line of needing and want, and that's what I'm talking about. I understand that desire of needing companionship and maybe even the needing sex. But again, I say there's a thin line. You have to be careful with that thin line of that need, because that need, because you're only thinking about that need. You know, it's like if you're thinking about the person, you're thinking about what that person can do for you.
You're thinking about getting that.
Exactly.
Oh, my bad. So anyway, you guys.
So that's where the need and the want come in. This was a great topic, you guys, because I see that this, you guys was very interested. I like that. I like when there's fire in the feed and people are going on. And again, these are our opinions. It's not necessary. It could not be necessarily right. These are just our opinions. So I love when you guys express the way y'all feel about it. And
we thank you guys.
Yeah, I love when this feed go crazy like it is. Desire, that's what it's all about.
I think you're right, Eleanor. I would agree with that. I think it's a desire to right. You. I think that was right on point.
Burning desire for you.
Well, don't let it burn too hard. I'm about to go to sleep.
It's hot in here. I have a desire.
So, you guys, thanks a lot, man, for joining us again on another Monday.
And in the last few minutes,
topic.
We have 3 minutes, so I like to discuss some things in this 3 minutes, like
I'm ready.
The broadcast. I just want to real quickly ask y'all not to forget about June 16th at 6:30 is our open heart house for financial. If you need some financial help, listen. You want to know how to save, how to, build your bank, anything like that.
Yeah, Eleanor, fire and desire.
Yes, that's what he was.
Baby. Oh, my
you
bad.
Bring on
all right.
Fire. Okay. Anyway, so please, if you can't make it, the flyer will be up. I will post the flyer on Facebook and it's also on our website. But if you can't make it at 6:30,
hit me, hit her, and
yeah,
we'll
and
get the info, and
I will set you up for 101 or whatever like that, so we can get your finances straight, because we want to build wealth. That's what we want to do. That's what we're trying to do, build wealth. So I have studied very hard so that I can help people, because I need that also. So we want to build wealth together. Also, pray for me, y'all. Pray for us. I really want to get this book finished. Pray for us so that we can.
We trying, y'all. We
get
trying.
This book finished.
And it's just crazy because it seems like one thing comes down the pipe, and as soon as we get close to
start concentrating
wrapping that up,
book, something
else comes, and then we get close to wrapping that up, and something else comes, and then we get a chance to rock with the book. And I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Like, sometimes I'd be so tired from doing so many things. The last time we sat down to go ahead and finish up chapter 10, I think I helped with the first paragraph, and I was asleep. I went to sleep. I fell asleep in the middle of trying to complete the book, and I woke up and I was like, baby, I'm so sorry. I so apologize for falling asleep, but I was just so tired because we have so many different things that we're dabbling in. And I'm not complaining, because to God be the glory that we are able to do all of these things, and he's blessing us with everything that we have. and every adventure that we go into, it's a blessing for us. So I'm not complaining, but I'm just saying, sometimes it just takes a little time to get things done because you put your mind on one thing, and as soon as you